For 20 years, scientists have tried to extract usable DNA from Egyptian mummies without success. More than a decade later, if we can get DNA from any part of our modern mummy, it will tell us where to look in ancient mummies. I'm not a DNA expert, but working with Dr. Angelique Cortals, a specialist in this field, we took samples of skin, muscle, and bone from the modern mummy.
What makes it so difficult to extract DNA from mummies? Is it the passage of time, the 3,000 years? Or is it the combination of time and chemical effects of mummification? DNA is the blueprint for all life. Sand and air are lifeless because they contain no DNA. DNA is the magic ingredient. Where there's DNA, there's life. This instruction manual is written in a 4-letter code. You rearrange these 4 code letters, and you get endless possibilities to make a living organism. So a beetle and a bee, a bird and a man, have the same components in every cell, just rearranged and in different lengths. DNA changes slightly with every generation, and these changes are recorded. So, by comparing their DNA, we can tell how closely plants and animals, including people, are related. DNA can even tell us what diseases ancient mummies suffered. Some diseases, like malaria, are caused by parasites invading the body. Some of these parasites have left traces of their DNA in the mummies. Many ancient Egyptians died from malaria, just as millions of people will this year. Like all life, diseases like malaria evolve over time to survive. Because malaria parasites reproduce very fast, their DNA evolves quickly. Thousands of generations of malaria have lived since the Pharaohs ruled. I want to compare ancient malaria with its modern descendant, ancient DNA with modern DNA. The differences may point towards a cure, and millions of lives could be saved in the future. These tests will give us the answer. Perhaps the DNA held in mummies like Ramses will help to cure people today.
To advance her research, Dr. Cortals has traveled to Egypt to see the latest mummy dig site. She's visiting Dr. Zahi Hawass, the head of Egypt's antiquities, on his excavation at Saqqara. In early times, only the pharaohs' bodies were made into mummies and buried in their pyramids. Later, more people were mummified. First, the other royals, then the nobles, and by the time of Cleopatra, the middle class too. So during Egypt's history, literally millions of mummies were made. For scholars like Dr. Hawass, these mummies are windows to ancient Egypt's past. Many of these mummies still lie beneath the ground, awaiting the call to paradise. While Ramesses believed his mummy would come to life in paradise, he knew he also lived as long